have you finished peeling all the garlic yet?
Yes, I'm nearly done.
Well, you weren't fast enough. Everything else is almost finished cooking, and I wasn't even able to put the garlic in.
But you asked me to peel the garlic as soon as I came from the door and barely gave me any time to do it.
Your father-in-law is hungry.
Well, if he gets his dinner late, I don't think it's fair to blame it on me.
Just shut your mouth and move faster. Why do you have to talk back to me like that? I thought you would be quite quick with your hands because you're a farmer's daughter, but it turns out I was completely wrong. You've barely peeled more than 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, I'm speechless, I really am.
I don't think you quite understand what growing up on a farm is like in this day and age. Yes, even though I came from a farming family, my dad was the only one actually out working in the fields. These days, it's normal for farmers to hire workers to help them out with manual labor. So I didn't actually do any physical farm work growing up.
Oh, don't make me laugh. There's no way a mere farmer could afford to hire people to work for him. If you're born into a farming family, then it's your fate to do manual labor. If your parents didn't put you to work, it's obviously because they took one look at you and saw how useless you were.
Valeria, how could you say that?
Oh, stop looking at me like a kicked puppy and hurry up and get everything finished. Get those hands moving.
When I got married, it became abundantly clear that my mother-in-law did not like me, and she used every chance she got to torment me. She would order me to cook and clean for her and then nag at me when I couldn't do the things the way that she wanted them done. I later found out that the reason that she disliked me so much was because I came from a farming family in the countryside. Because of her ignorance and prejudice, she didn't realize that my dad actually owned way more than just a little field in the middle of nowhere. He was the owner of a huge fruit farm that supplied all the major supermarkets in the area. But in my mother-in-law's narrow mind, it was unfathomable that a mere farmer could be a successful businessman, and farms could not operate on a large industrial scale. Her image of farming was an outdated one, and she believed that farming was something that lower-class people did, and it was a dirty and shameful occupation. No matter how angry my husband got with her and how many times he tried to stop her from behaving badly toward me, it was no use. She would just become angry, and the two of them would often have full-blown arguments over this. However, everything calmed down a little once we found out that I was pregnant. I really can't believe that I'm actually pregnant.
I know, honey. It hasn't quite sunk in yet. It doesn't quite feel real. I'm gonna be a dad. Me, a dad.
It's crazy that I just went to see the doctor because I wasn't feeling too great and came out knowing that I'm pregnant. I could never have imagined this in a million years.
Hey, everyone. Guess you. Everyone in the neighborhood. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm so happy.
Honey, you're so loud. Stop embarrassing me.
It's just that I had no idea that you were pregnant. It is such a lovely surprise.
Well, since we both discussed that we were ready to have children, I think I'm emotionally ready, but I didn't think that it would be so sudden, like in the books and movies. Oh, but come to think of it, I had a dream about a beautiful flower growing in the middle of a field the other night. So I guess that must have been a premonition.
I was beginning to worry that you might have enteritis because you were feeling feverish and nauseous, but I guess those can be pregnancy symptoms too. And now, hearing about your dream, I really do think that it was some kind of message.
I've just remembered that my mom suffered from terrible morning sickness when she was pregnant with me. It was so bad that sometimes she couldn't even drink water without feeling sick. And they do say that a daughter's first pregnancy mirrors her mom's.
So, do you think you're probably gonna have pretty bad morning sickness as well?
Well, I really hope that isn't the case, but considering how nauseous I'm feeling already, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Does this mean that you're not gonna be able to eat anything?
Surely it's not going to be that bad, is it? I wonder who's calling me so early in the morning. Hello?
Hey, how could you not even call me after finding out that you're pregnant?
Oh, Valeria? What are you doing calling me at this time?
What do you think I'm doing? I went out to get my early morning exercise and I heard about you being pregnant from one of my friends. She said that you went to the hospital a few days ago. She was there at the same time as you and she said that she saw you and my son there.
I suppose when that husband of mine started yelling, everyone in the vicinity turned to stare at us. I guess Valeria's friend must have been there when he was shouting. Yes, yeah, that's right. We went because I really wasn't feeling very well, and then the doctor said that I wasn't unwell, I was just experiencing pregnancy symptoms. We were going to wait until 12 weeks to see anything, though, just to make sure that everything was more stable with the pregnancy.
Well, these days, with modern medicine, the risk of miscarriage is much lower. You should have told me straight away. This is why I should never have let my son marry a farmer's daughter from the countryside. Why did I have to hear the news about my grandson from people on the street?
Sorry? Grandson? Valeria, we still don't know the gender of the baby. It's far too early.
Well, what does that matter? I'm hoping that it's going to be a boy. A couple of days ago, I had a dream about a watermelon that was growing bigger and bigger. I think that must have been a premonition about the birth of my grandson.
I see. I suppose the grandparents can have those kinds of dreams too?
My little grandson. Grandma can't wait to meet you. Oh, Polly, do you have anything in particular you'd like to eat? I heard that you should eat lots of meat whilst pregnant if you want to have a son, so shall I make you some steak?
Oh, no, it's fine. These days I can barely stomach eating anything due to morning sickness. Just thinking about meat makes me feel a little queasy.
Well, it's not the attitude to be taking if you want your son to grow to be big and healthy. Stop whining and make sure you eat well. I'll get the butcher to send you some beef, so you'd better cook it when it arrives.
There's really no need to do that, Valeria. Just thinking about meat makes me want to throw up.
Now, what did I say? Pregnant women should be paying close attention to what they eat. If you don't eat well whilst you're pregnant, you end up with a daughter.
Valeria, I really don't think that what you eat has anything to do with the gender of the baby.
Of course it does. The baby in your belly is entirely your responsibility as its mother, and therefore whether it comes out a boy or a girl is entirely dependent on your actions whilst you're pregnant. So you shouldn't be using morning sickness or whatever as an excuse to not feed the baby properly.
Wait, what's that? What's that you have in there that has such a strong smell?
What do you think it is? I bought you some cow liver and some herbal medicine. The lady who lives next door told me that she ate the internal organs of a cow, not just regular beef, and that's what enabled her to give birth to a son. She even said it's better to eat it raw.
Valeria, seriously, what you eat when you're pregnant really doesn't have anything to do with the gender of the baby.
Oh, just shut up and listen to me. If you eat this meat and drink this medicine, you're sure to have a son. Stop retching like a fuzzy kid being force-fed broccoli, and just eat what I tell you to eat. I really went out of my way to find this stuff for you.
But Valeria, surely you know that you shouldn't eat raw food when you're pregnant. It could be full of parasites. It could cause complications for the pregnancy. And anyway, we already know the gender of the baby, and it's not going to be a boy, so you can stop this now.
That's all nonsense. It's all a myth that there are things you can and can't eat during pregnancy. You need to eat as much as possible. And who said it was going to be a girl? The hospital? I bet they didn't even take a proper look at you before telling you the gender, so I would take that with a pinch of salt. Why would you just blindly believe them like that when you don't listen to a word that I say?
But Valeria, aren't you the one that was going on about how good modern medicine is before? Oh dear, I really don't think I can eat this. Just the smell is enough to make me feel like I'm going to throw up.
Oh, shut up and just eat it. I am not going home until I see you eat the liver and drink some of the medicine, and I'll make sure you use the whole sachet.
Ew, what is this?
It's a special formula that apparently helps you to have a son. It's full of things that are good for your health, so you should be drinking at least a pack a day.
Why are you doing this? The hospital said not to self-medicate too much and not to trust herbal medicines. Please stop trying to force this on me.
Medicine is all medicine. Is medicine not good? Then I don't see what the problem is. Now stop with your useless chatter and just take the medicine already. Take it and make sure you have a son.
Someone please save me. Thankfully, that day my husband came home at the perfect time to stop my mother-in-law from force-feeding me the raw liver and the herbal medicine. He grabbed it all off her and threw it in the trash and successfully chased her out of the house. But unfortunately after that, she didn't give up. Even though I could barely swallow a drop of water due to morning sickness, she kept trying to force me to eat weird things she heard about on the internet. The only way I can think of to describe it is to call it food torture. Even when I was feeling normal, the things she was trying to feed me were hard to stomach, but when I was suffering from morning sickness, I could barely have her bring them anywhere near me. There were more than a few times when raw food was forcibly shoved into my mouth. No matter how many times I threw up, my mother-in-law tormented me with unproven folk remedies and baseless myths, the origins of which she herself couldn't even remember. The only comfort I had was the fruit sent to me by my parents from their farm. It was the only thing I could stomach to eat. Hi, Dad. I got the latest fruit delivery. Why did you send me so much?
What do you mean, how much did I send? I only sent one box of each type.
Even so, there's so much. Melons, apples, pears, there's even a whole box of peaches.
You said that peaches were the only thing that you could really eat a lot of, so I thought that it would be best to send you as many peaches as I could. If you can't finish the rest of the fruit before it goes bad, you can share it with your neighbors. It's best to get on the neighbor's good side before the baby is born, so that they'll be more forgiving when the baby inevitably keeps them up all night with all the crying. And your husband likes fruit as well, doesn't he? He has to be careful about what food he brings into the house to eat because of your morning sickness, so I'm sure he'll be happy to have some fruit as well.
Thank you, Dad.
I know all about how hard morning sickness can be for both the mom and the dad. I have personal experience from when your mom was pregnant with you. You really shouldn't try and force yourself to eat the things that you can't stomach. Instead, you should just have your fill of the things that you can eat. They say even morning sickness is a sign. If your body lacks nutrients, you can't even have morning sickness. So don't get too hung up on what you shouldn't eat. Just eat whatever you feel like eating.
Thank you so much, Dad. You have no idea how much I needed to hear that.
Making sure my daughter is happy is no skin off my back. And let me know as soon as you run out of peaches. Oh, and if there's anything else your husband wants to eat, let me know about that as well.
Yes, Dad. I will let you know. I can't wait to get started on the fruit. I guess it must be because I grew up having fresh fruit on the farm and I was constantly spoiled for choice. I was unable to eat the fruit from the shops and I could only stomach the fresh fruit sent to me by my dad, directly from the farm. The peaches were my personal favorite. During the months I was suffering from morning sickness, the only thing I was really able to enjoy eating was the fresh peaches sent by my dad. My husband also enjoyed eating them with me. Every single day my meals would consist predominantly of peaches. It's getting a little tiring going to and from the hospital all the time these days. My legs are sore from all the walking. I'll grab myself a peach from the fridge and that will make me feel better. Oh, not a single peach that was in the fridge is left? Where on earth did they go? Did that husband of mine really eat them all?
Hello? Is everything okay? Did you get to the hospital okay?
Yes, everything is fine. I just came back from the hospital and I just wanted to ask whether you ate all the peaches that were in the fridge.
Of course not. Even if I had eaten some, I would have left some for you. There's no way that I would be as cruel as to eat them all when I know that's the only thing that you can really eat at the moment.
But where could they have gone?
Your dad sent us a fresh box yesterday, right? So I guess we just forgot to put it in the fridge?
Oh, yes, I think you're right. Oh. Honey, the box of peaches is gone.
What? That can't be. It should be right there on the table in the porch.
Yes, I remember you putting them there yesterday, but it's not there.
That is so strange. I am sure that there was a full box of peaches there yesterday.
Well, I've had a look around the rest of the house as well, and they're nowhere to be found. It's not like a box of peaches is something small, so it should be very easy to spot.
I really don't know what could have happened here. Ah,
What is it? Did you just remember something?
come to think of it, my mom asked for the spare key to our apartment.
What? Your mom did what?
She said that she wanted to bring some food for us while we were both out, so I just told her the password to the lockbox where we keep the spare key.
You really just told her that? Without consulting me first?
What was I supposed to do when she kept calling me to bother me about it while I was at work? Do you think that she would have taken it?
Well, she hasn't put any food in the fridge. I would know if she had because I could smell it right away.
There's no way. Do you think that maybe she used bringing the food over as an excuse to come and take the fruit away?
I'll go over to your mom's house straight away to check what's going on here.
Okay, I'll also go and talk to her straight after I finish work.
What is it? Did something happen with your appointment at the hospital? Did they tell you that they were wrong about it being a girl and that I was right all along?
No, of course not. I came here to ask you whether you came to our house today, Valeria.
Yes, I did. So what?
So then, did you take the box of peaches that was on the table in the porch?
Yes, I did take them. If you have such nice fruit like that, you need to share it with your in-laws. My daughter is in the kitchen peeling some for me right now.
Oh, hi, Polly. What are you doing over at our house? Now, please give me back that box of my peaches. My husband will be coming too when he finishes work, and we're going to take back what's ours.
What? Why would you do that?
My dad sent those for me straight from his farm. You know that I can't eat just anything with my morning sickness, right? Those peaches are the only thing I can eat at the moment. How could you steal them from me like that?
You ungrateful girl! You didn't eat any of the things I brought for you, but when your dad sends you something, you're more than happy to eat it? Are you discriminating against your mother-in-law right now?
Of course that's not what I'm doing. It's not that I chose to not eat the things that you brought for me. It's that you only brought things that I was unable to eat. You kept giving me all kinds of weird foods with strange flavors.
What do you mean you were unable to eat them? It was all food, was it not? And food is meant to be eaten by people. And did I not tell you that if you want to have a son, you shouldn't be eating things like fruit? It's because you only eat these silly, pretty little things like peaches that you ended up with a girl.
That is total nonsense, and you know it. There is absolutely no relationship between the gender of the baby and what the pregnant mother eats.
Of course there is. You need to listen to your mother-in-law tells you, young lady. But instead you're all defiant and arrogant and you only listen to what the doctor says.
You really are stubborn, Polly. If my mom says she doesn't like something, you really should just go along with what she says. And if you want to eat fruit, then you can just go to the supermarket and buy it. I don't really know what's so special about the one sent from your dad.
I can't eat the fruit from the supermarket. I am only able to eat the fruit that my dad sends me.
Well, there's no need to be so picky. I think you're making a really big deal about this whole morning sickness thing, and it's really not as bad as you say. So what, you throw up a little and your tummy hurts a little every now and then? Oh, poor you. Just suck it up and eat whatever.
Excuse me? I understand that you've never been pregnant, so you've never experienced something like morning sickness before, but equally that also doesn't give you a right to pass judgment on me when you have no idea what I'm going through. Oh, whatever. Why don't you just eat this instead? It's a little gross. Excuse me, what is this? A completely rotten peach? Where did you get this?
My mom bought it from the supermarket the other day, but it went bad before she could eat it. So why don't you eat it? If you eat it, I'm sure it will guarantee that you have a son.
What kind of nonsense are you... Oh my goodness, just the smell of this is enough to make me throw up. Stop making a fuss and just eat it. You shouldn't be eating the pretty fruits because they will ensure that you have a daughter. You still want to have a chance of having a son, you need to eat ugly fruits like this one. If you're really committed, you should eat the stone as well. Oh, and I don't want to see you scraping off the bad bits. You need to eat the whole thing. This is me being considerate of you after hearing that peaches are the only thing you can eat at the moment. Your dad should know better than to send you the nice, pretty peaches as well. He should be sending you ones like this one if he wants to have a grandson. Honestly, he didn't put any thought into this, did he?
Are you really going to be like this? Why are you so weird about every single thing that I eat? I've had to put up with so much over these past few months. I put up with you shoving all kinds of inedible stuff down my throat, but I just can't take it any longer. I kept thinking to myself, it's just because she really wants to have a healthy grandson. It's just because she wants me to have a son and she doesn't know any better. But you really have taken things too far now. I am not going to put up with it anymore. And also, I am not going to listen to you insulting my dad anymore either. Oh, are you getting mad? I heard that pregnant women were a little emotionally unstable, but making a huge fuss like this over some fruit is a little excessive. Don't you agree?
You're no better than your mother, it seems, Allie. You should be recognizing her bad behavior and stopping her, but instead you're just enabling her. And the two of you haven't even realized that it was wrong for you to have stolen from me today. From now onwards, I don't want to see either of you ever again. Are you really accusing your own mother-in-law of being a thief? Who do you think you're talking to? Hey, where do you think you're going? Come back here this instant.
Honey, I am so sorry for everything that's happened. I'll apologize a million times if I have to. There's no need to run off to your parents' house. Let's just go home, okay? I'll give you all the apologies you need on behalf of my mom and my sister.
No, I am not going home. I don't even want to see your face right now. It's not like your mom has only been trying to force feed me once or twice. It's become a regular thing. Knowing that, how could you possibly give her access to the spare key? I am not going back to our house knowing that she is now able to come and go as she pleases. What if she tries to make me eat weird stuff again? Or worse, tries to steal things from me again? I feel like I'm suffering from neurosis now. I feel so suffocated that I could die.
I'm sorry, honey. I'll make it so nothing like this ever happens again.
I don't believe you. I can't trust you when it comes to your family, especially after what happened today. I went to the hospital because I was having bloody discharge, and they told me that if I'm put under any more stress, I'm at risk of having a miscarriage. The doctor even discussed the possibility of hospitalizing me. I don't want to spend any more time around people who are putting my baby's life in danger.
Honey.
You don't know what it's like to be this stressed about food and eating, do you? Well, I do, and I'm at my wit's end here. Do you realize that your mom would even try and shove weird foods into my mouth whilst I was sleeping? And then she couldn't stand to see me happy with the one thing I can actually eat, so she stole it away from me. And then she even tried to make me eat a rotten peach, telling me that it would help me to have a son. I have no idea what else she's capable of doing to me, but I don't want to stick around to find out. You have to understand that if I stay in our house, I'll be living in a state of constant fear. Even after I've had the baby, I refuse to go back there. My husband, realizing the seriousness of the situation, even followed me to my parents' house and begged for my forgiveness. He told me that he went straight to my in-laws and turned everything in their house upside down. He dumped the stolen box of peaches on the living room floor and stomped on them, leaving the floor covered in juice. But even hearing that wasn't enough to relieve my anger. How could I possibly calm down when I've developed neurosis and I can't even sleep at night? I didn't change my mind and decided that I wasn't going back to her apartment in the city. Instead, my husband came to live with me in my parents' house in the countryside. I gave birth there, and my mom was able to help me with everything, taking the baby off my hands when everything got too much and showing me the best way to do everything. Around the same time we welcomed our daughter into the world, my husband's company suddenly went bankrupt and he found himself without a job. Since we're living with my parents anyway, he ended up joining my dad working out in the fruit fields. He picked up the manual labor side of things pretty quickly, and soon he was helping my dad with managing the place. Even though he never meant to go into farming and the circumstances in which he ended up doing it were far from ideal, He soon found out that he had a knack for it, and he started to really enjoy the work. Even though he found it really physically demanding at first, he soon began to get more tan, develop more muscles, and started to look a little more like a true novice farmer. He learned about all the different methods of farming and also started to help manage the clients, where he really started thriving. Because he had experience in the business world, he was particularly well suited to dealing with the client management side of things. He said that even though he found everything at his new job hard, he also found it very rewarding. He said that there's nothing easy in this world, and everything we want, we need to get through hard work, and that now he was really beginning to understand that. Just as my dad was beginning to acknowledge my husband's skills as a farmer, we got a call from my mother-in-law, out of the blue.
Hello? Mom, what do you want?
I'm just wondering why this son of mine won't even contact me.
I told you, didn't I? From now on, you can carry on living your life as if you never had a son.
I can't believe that you would really turn your back on your family over a woman.
Why did you call me? It's the middle of harvest season, so I'm pretty busy right now.
Is farm work really that important? Stop acting like you actually have a real job.
If you don't have anything in particular to say to me, then I'm hanging up right now.
Wait a second. Do you have any fruit to spare by any chance? If you do, can you send some to me?
Fruit? What are you talking about, Mom? You don't even like fruit.
It's not for me. It's for your sister. Your sister is pregnant now, but I bet you didn't even know that, did you?
Why would I know about the pregnancy of someone whose life I have absolutely no interest in?
Even so, she's your one and only sibling. How can you be so apathetic towards her?
But you're not interested in our lives, Mom, so why should we be interested in yours? You didn't even say anything when your own granddaughter was born.
Why would I care about the birth of a silly little girl?
And why would I care about my sister's pregnancy? Anyway, why do you want fruit all of a sudden?
Well, your sister's always liked fruit, hasn't she? Now that she's pregnant, she's suffering from really bad morning sickness, and it's all she can eat is fruit.
Then why doesn't she just ask her husband to go and buy some for her then? Why are you calling me about this?
Well, her husband is really picky, you see. He doesn't like fruit at all, and he won't even have it in the house. Her in-laws have been nagging her, saying that only eating fruit will be bad for the baby, and that she should be forcing herself to eat a varied diet, even if it makes her feel sick. They won't do anything to help her out, and she feels backed into a corner. You have no idea how much stress she's under right now.
Well, if her husband and in-laws won't go buy her fruit, why don't you just go buy it for her?
Well, she says that she can't stop thinking about the peaches from your father-in-law's farm. She said that if she can have at least one of those peaches, she will have the strength to go on.
You're just looking for an excuse to call, aren't you? You can get fresh peaches from other farms, you know? We're not the only place in the area that sells them.
She really insists that it specifically has to be your peaches. And it would mean the world to her to receive a gift from her brother when she's going through a hard time. When I watched her eating them before, I don't think I've ever seen her face light up so brightly. And if you send them to her, it will give her husband less of a reason to get annoyed about it. He won't be able to accuse her of wasting money if we use our family connections to get them for free.
Do you realize how hypocritical you sound like right now? When my wife was pregnant, you were the one nagging her and making her life hell.
Oh, shut up. She ended up having a girl because she didn't listen to me, and that served her right. Anyway, make sure to send those peaches, okay? I'll send you her address over message.
Did your mom really say that?
Yep, she really did. The same people who ridiculed you for not being able to eat much when you were suffering from morning sickness are now begging for us to send peaches because they're the only thing that my sister wants to eat. She deserves to know how it feels.
Even though they were horrible to me, I know better than anyone how terrible morning sickness can be. Your sister must be going through a really hard time right now.
Well, you know what they say, what goes around comes back around. This is what she gets for looking down on you and ridiculing you.
I suppose you're right there. So, what are you going to do then? What have you got there?
Oh, this? Let's just say I'm preparing something extra special to send to them.
Do you really think it's okay to do this?
Well, you know what us men are like. We can forget the bad things that were done to us in an instant, but we will never, ever forget the bad things that are done to our wives.
After getting off the phone with his mom, my husband went straight to the fruit warehouse where we'll sort and pack up the fruits. When he was packing the box to send to his sister, he had a sinister expression on his face like no other I'd ever seen before.
Vinny, what on earth is this? What is even in this box?
Ah, I'm glad to know that it arrived safely. The delivery time was shorter than I expected.
The front door was barely opened. The delivery guy basically threw it at me.
It's a really special gift that I prepared specially for my precious little sister. Mom called me saying that you couldn't eat anything but fruit because of your morning sickness, so I graciously went to the trouble of sending you some fruit directly from the farm. You should be saying thank you instead of yelling at me.
But if you were going to send them to me, you should have sent me the good ones. These are all gross.
I handpicked each one out for you, you know? You should be at least grateful for the gesture. Don't be so picky about the quality of the fruit.
But I'm your sister. You're my family. Don't you think this is a little cruel? How could you send me a box full of fruit that isn't even fit to be sold in the market? Are you pulling my leg right now?
Does it really matter? They're from our farm. They're just maybe not the freshest of the bunch.
But after hearing that your sister is pregnant and having a hard time, surely you should have gone out of your way to only choose the pretty ones? Not even a single one of these is even edible.
They may be ugly, but they're not inedible. You can still eat them fine, even if they're not quite up to the aesthetic standard.
I wouldn't even expect the nicest of the bunch. Just regular edible peaches.
But this is all for your sake, don't you see?
What on earth are you talking about?
It's like Mom always says, right? If you want to have a son, you should only eat the ugliest, most rotten fruits. If you eat the pretty ones, you'll end up with a daughter, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? Well, at least that's what she always used to say to my wife. I guess she hasn't said it to you. What's she doing? She was so obsessed with the idea of getting a grandson. If she really cares so much, she should be teaching you all these very important things.
Vinny!
Let me know once you've eaten them all up. I'll make sure to send you another batch of bad ones straight away.
How could you do this to me?
Hey, how could you do such a thing to your own sister? Your sister called me up crying, you know.
Mom? What on earth are you doing here? I thought you said you would never lower yourself to come out to the dirty countryside ever in your life.
Did I not tell you to pick out some nice fruit to send to your pregnant sister? Do you not realize how cruel it is for you to mess with her like this when she's suffering with morning sickness?
What are you talking about, Mom? I just did exactly what you did to my wife. This is learned behavior from you, Mom.
What did you just say?
What was it you said when my wife was pregnant with our daughter? If I remember rightly, you said that you need to only eat bad fruit if you want to have a son. I was just trying to help my sister and follow your instructions, so I really don't know what the big problem is.
Even so, do you not feel sorry for your poor sister in the slightest? She's having a really hard time with her morning sickness.
No, I don't feel the least bit sorry for her at all, actually. Just like you didn't feel the least bit sorry for my wife when she was suffering from morning sickness. You force-fed her and caused her to literally flee from her own home. Didn't you say that Allie's in-laws are treating her the same way? Aren't they pressuring her to eat things that she doesn't want to just so that they can have a son as well? Well, I'm just trying to help her to do what they want. May she give birth to a bouncing baby boy.
You! How dare you!
Even so, I wasn't quite as bad as you, Mom. I didn't send her stuff that was completely inedible. But you try to force-feed my wife to eat completely rotten fruit and raw internal organs and other awful things like that. I may have sent her the ugly peaches, but I didn't send her rotten ones. I only sent the ones that are not pretty enough to be sold in the shops and the markets. I may be a bad person, but I still have a conscience. Unlike you, who was willing to feed rotten food to a pregnant woman suffering from morning sickness.
Are you really going to be like this? Are you really going to completely abandon us in favor of your wife?
My wife is family too. She's the family I chose for myself. When she was pregnant and things got so bad that she had to run off here crying, I really regretted not cutting you off as soon as you started tormenting her about eating all that awful stuff in order to have a boy. To this day, I still feel pathetic for not putting a stop to it before it got out of control, and live every single day feeling sorry towards her from the bottom of my heart.
Did I really do anything that bad? Okay, fine. I was wrong. So please, stop sending bad peaches to your sister.
What are you talking about? All I'm doing is making sure that she has the grandson you're so desperate for.
Well, they already said that she's going to be having a daughter. Do you have any idea how much of a fuss her family are making because it's a girl? They're even worse than me, you know. She called me crying, saying that she feels trapped and suppressed, and she's being called up on every single thing that she eats, you know. The fact that you sent those awful peaches and started going on about how she should eat them in order to have a son coincided with her finding out about the gender and having to deal with all the abuse from her in-laws. You made things a million times harder for when she was already suffering enough. And then there's the fact that she can't even drink water without wanting to throw up because of her morning sickness. And then she ended up getting esophagitis thanks to those awful fruits you sent her.
Well, I feel like her in-law should have at least thanked me for trying to do my bit on getting her to have a son. I think I did a pretty good job with my gift, if you ask me.
No, you did not. How could you only send bad fruit like that when you know how much she loves to eat fruit and how much she was looking forward to the fresh taste of the peaches from your farm?
They're still tasty. They're still the same peaches. And like I said, I was just following your logic to help her have a son. Oh dear, where are my manners? I should have sent some for her in-laws as well. Silly me. Please do apologize to them for me on my behalf, okay, Mom? I was so fixated on sending them to my sister that I completely forgot to even consider them.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with you.
Because of you, my wife was even almost hospitalized. The stress, her weakened immune system, and no doubt the food issues. She should consider herself lucky that she isn't even in a worse condition. She'll soon be better if she eats lots of nutritious fruit. In that case, I'm gonna have to send my sister even more, aren't I?
What? No, absolutely not. Please, just leave your sister alone now.
And don't forget to ask her in-laws if there's any fruit that they would like. I'll make sure to send it to them. In fact, the next fruit I plan to send her, I'll send to their house instead. You should share these kinds of nice things with your in-laws after all, shouldn't you? That's another philosophy of yours, isn't it, Mom?
My husband still regularly sends boxes of bad fruit to his sister, saying things like, "I'm just doing what Mom would do," and "I'm sending it so the whole family can eat them together." The look on my husband's face as he packed up the rotting fruit was like a stress reliever. It was a vindictive smile that was a little too personal to be put down to taking care of his sister. The more they begged him not to send it, the more he would send it. His sister even ended up calling me to complain about it, but I considered it none of my business and just told her that there was nothing I could do about it. Hearing a person who loved fruit so much saying that she was sick to death of receiving it made me really feel the satisfaction from the revenge my husband was extracting on his family. He even checked with my dad if it was really okay for him to be doing this, and he said, "Fruit that can't be sold is still fruit. I don't see the problem with it." I think he was also enjoying seeing my in-laws, who tormented me so much, getting their comeuppance. We really weren't sending them an edible fruit, though. From what I've heard, it sounds like my sister-in-law and mother-in-law have been preoccupied with finding space to store all the fruit and trying to find people to take it off their hands and eat it for them. Every time they called to beg my husband to stop sending it, he would remind them how expensive fruit is in our current economic climate, and they should just be grateful that they get it for free. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.